NKD, NKD. So funny, I kept going, what the heck is naked? Why is everyone writing that? New knife day, new knife day. We have a new knife today. Let's see what it is. Ooh, did not like that direction of my blade heading up towards my wrist there. Always cut away from yourself. That was not directly at myself, but more than I prefer. Let's just say that. All right, what do we got here? Oh, cool. Indeed, indeed, indeed. My first of a kind. My first Shirogorov. Nice. Excited to get this one. I've never had one, and this one is the Knifecenter exclusive, the Neon NL Knifecenter exclusive. I probably should just get a regular one instead of a Knifecenter for my first, exclusive for my very first of something, but it popped up and I was like, let's do it. Let's have some fun. I don't know what the best way is to open these boxes, but it looks like I'm going to tear something if I'm not careful. Waiting to tear. Oh dear, that was not easy. Wow, this is a very minimalist package. Very minimalist package. I like the packaging. Now, the seller did have pictures of it, but this package, the way this is packed up, the seller must know how Shiros are packed up or something, because that is very nice. Very nicely done. Like, I would think that was a factory packaging or something like that. Nicely done, seller. Got the little, very subtle black on black Shiro emblem there. Let's see what this thing's all about. I want to give myself a little more room here just to breathe and not be crowded by my tripod. Ooh, it's a little guy. It's funny, I didn't know what the size of this knife was. Little tiger stripe guy. I guess that must be like the Knifecenter color or something like that on that inlay. Flipper with a frame lock. Not something that's easy to do well, so I'm gonna grab my natural way. This is right where my finger landed, and if it comes out, even though I'm touching the lock a little bit, then great. It did, but it took some effort. Let me try that again without my finger on the lock at all. Ooh, this thing has a strong detent. Interesting. So it wasn't that I was lock sticking myself. I was like, okay, that was kind of hard. I thought maybe I was lock sticking myself. Dead center. That's a really cool little standoff in the back. You see how much research I did on this. I literally did none. I was just like, searched around for like 1 minute for what other ones were selling for. Made an offer and seller countered, and here I am. LMAX. It's a nice little knife. Man, that is a hard detent. I can't remember a flipper where I had trouble getting it out. That's crazy. Like if I do this a few more times, I'm not gonna be able to get this knife out. I just need to do it differently. That takes some serious effort though. Buyers beware. So that's pretty cool. I'm not going to do a full review on this. Just wanted to kind of get out of the box and get some initial impressions. Feels really good. Looks nice. For a little blade, it's quite drop shut. It's like right up there with a Rosie in terms of drop shuttiness for a blade its size, so that's nice. It's a smaller blade than the Rosie. It's like a narrow, a more narrow blade this way, but it's maybe a little thicker. I don't know. I'd have to go double check. But that's like one of the immediate things that comes to mind for me when I get it out is the Roosevelt. Of course, this greatly predates the Roosevelt. Well, I don't know about this model. I actually don't know much about Shiros, but you can see size-wise, very similar. Very different deployment method, of course, in these two here. But I wanted to see sort of the thickness there and compare, because the Rosie always stands out to me since I got it as one that, despite having a very light blade, still does a good job. I think it's maybe a tad thicker on the blade stock thickness, and of course it stays thicker out towards the end. but it's a much, you know, the Rosie's much taller, so. But that's very similar in the drop, the feeling of the drop sheddiness. This one might be a little more drop sheddy even. So it's nice. Interesting that they can have such a strong detent and then have it still be so drop sheddy. That's really cool. That's a sweet little knife. I can see the appeal. It's a little like skinny, you know, because it's not very tall this way, and yet it's also pretty thin this way, so it feels a little skinny in hand. Like, I'm sure it's functionally great, but it does feel just a little, yeah, I guess if you choke up on it, it doesn't feel too bad. If you're kind of using it like this, it feels all right, but that's sort of what stands out to me, is it's very flat and skinny. It's not my favorite handle feel. Pocket clip looks okay. I got some pants on, I can test it on real quick. Pocket clip's not great. It's not terrible, but it doesn't like just want to jump right over my pant. Take a look on the other side. Yeah, pocket clip's a little tough to get over the pant leg. I think that's it for now. Glad to have it in the collection. I'll try and spend a little bit of time with it and get my mind around it. And hope you enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.